The Panasonic HC-W850 is a top-of-the-line camcorder that features a second sub-camera that rotates. The twin-camera design is built into a performance camcorder that doesn't disappoint. Let's take a look. Hey everyone, I'm McCormick. Consumer camcorders are now able to produce video at quality levels that rival pro camcorders, making them much more versatile. Your average soccer mom may not care that the W850 can shoot at a compression rate of 50 megabits per second in the MP4 format, but anyone looking to do more editing and post-processing with this footage might. Panasonic is appealing to both of these types of customers with this camcorder. Let's talk about the most noticeable feature of this camera, the twin camera design. At first it sounded gimmicky, but in the end I actually liked having two cameras in one. The main camera can be used to focus on your subject, while the rotating sub-camera can capture a completely different point of view, whether it's a wide angle of the same shot, a reaction shot of people next to you, or even a selfie. That sub-camera display shows up as a picture-in-picture display on the screen. Kinda cool, right? I wish I'd had this when my son took his first steps. The footage from the second camera is mixed in camera, so you can't separate it out independently. You'll only see it as a picture-in-picture display. But you can turn it off and only record the main feed. The lens of the main 12-megapixel camera comprises 4 lens groups, which is groundbreaking for a camcorder this small. It's paired with a sizable 1/2.3-inch BSI sensor. This lens has a bright f1.8 maximum aperture at its widest and features a 20x optical zoom. The sub-lens has a constant f2.2 maximum aperture and uses a 1/4-inch sensor. The main camera on the W850 can capture video in AVC HD at 1080 60p at 28 megabits per second or 60i at a variety of compression rates. The lower ones, like 5 megabits per second, have the most compression, and that means that the files are smaller and you'll get more space on your media cards to work with, but you will lose some of the image quality. In the MP4 format, you'll find the 50 megabits per second option for 1080p 60 recording, along with options for 720 capture at 30 frames per second and slow motion capture. Having a slow motion mode built into a camcorder that's not an action camera is cool in itself. But what's really amazing, in my opinion, about this mode is that you can choose to record slow motion in intervals. If you pick that option in the mode menu, a little button pops up on the touchscreen LCD that says slow. So you can record normally at 60 frames per second, then while recording, touch that slow button and hold your finger there, and the camera will start recording at 120 frames per second. Release your finger, and it goes back to normal recording. When you go to play the footage back, you'll see the seamless slow motion effect, no editing required. Just make sure you're recording with a Class 10 SD card. Anything lower won't write fast enough for the slow motion effect. If you want more control over your image, a manual recording mode option allows you to adjust the focus, white balance, shutter speed, and iris. This camera function control wheel that's located right underneath the lens will help make those adjustments. It's a little different than using a manual lens ring, but not much. When it comes to shooting in low light, the W850 has a low light option under scene modes, or you may want to turn on the video light. If you want to remain unnoticed in the dark, try night mode. Now, this was a little tricky to find. Start in manual recording mode and keep scrolling through the menu panel on the left side of the touchscreen until you eventually come to the night mode icon. If you tap that once, then you'll get the color night mode, where most of your footage will just look kind of muddy and brownish. If you tap it again, you'll trigger infrared night mode and you'll notice a greenish cast to your footage. The 5.1 channel zoom microphone comes with a windshield, but I have to say that I wasn't too impressed with the sound. I still heard an underlying hiss that's hallmark of small microphones built into these camcorders. You can control the audio levels manually, and you can choose between surround, focus, and zoom functions for this microphone. I can definitely hear a difference in mic direction between all 3 of these modes, but the quality of sound is just not very good. If you're really looking to pick up better quality sound, make use of the external microphone jack and the cool little detachable accessory shoe that comes with the camera. Just add an external directional microphone. The W850 also has Wi-Fi and NFC communication, so you can connect to your smartphone or you can live cast to Ustream if you're connected to a Wi-Fi hotspot. The user interface to set up for Ustream Livecast is definitely not ideal. After joining the Lumix Club and entering IDs and passwords, the connection finally worked, but it's not an easy system to use, and I just wish Panasonic would streamline it. Now, I didn't cover all of the features of the Panasonic W850, just the ones that really stood out to me. For more on the specs and features of this camcorder, check out the description on the product page. I'm Mia McCormick. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
Scott Kelby here, and welcome to this quick tour of our online training. We have hundreds of online classes for you, covering everything from lighting to landscape photography. From portrait photography to sports, we have classes on wedding, automotive photography, shooting, food, fashion, travel, you name it. The most incredible part of this is the price. You get all of this for just $199 a year, or you can pay monthly for just $24.95. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week access from anywhere in the world. I invite you to join with us today and start learning right now.